All right, this is going to be a good one. I had to look it up. This is the 11th tripod that I reviewed in my long and lurid career. More specifically, this is a tripod review for this bad boy right here. This little puppy. This is K&F Concept's BA-225 carbon fiber travel tripod. And I tell you all that because out of these 11 tripods that I reviewed over the years, today I had a first. And believe me, I'm going to tell you all about that. But first, I want to get at least the good parts out of the way. Or not out of the way, but at least tell you the good parts about this tripod. Because, like I said, it's been interesting. Kind of awkward, really, to tell you the truth. All right, so like I said, this is K&F Concept's BA-225 carbon fiber travel tripod. I didn't have a video of it, but this seems like an updated version of their TC2335 tripod that I reviewed a couple years ago now. Actually, one of my favorite carbon fiber tripods that I've ever actually reviewed, to tell you the truth. And this one was, well, up until a little while ago, was actually even better than that one, in my opinion. First, a few specs. This thing is blindingly small. As you can see, it's actually, I think this is the smallest tripod that I have on hand right now. It's even the same size as my Joby GorillaPod. It's one of the bigger GorillaPods, but it's roughly the same size, which is insane to me. K&F Concepts lists the compacted length of the BA-225 as 14 inches. That's 35.5 centimeters. I measured this myself because that's what I usually do. And it came in considerably smaller than that. I think it was around 13 inches or so, or a little bit under 13 inches. K&F Concept lists this at 2.2 pounds. That's exactly a kilogram. I as well weighed this myself, and comforting enough, it came in at exactly 2.2 pounds. So well done, K&F, for listing that precisely correct. Overall extended height, according to K&F, is 61 inches. That's 155 centimeters. It is a 5-section leg. Oh, these legs, we'll come back to that. 5-section legs, tiny, tiny as you get down towards the foot. 5-section on the leg. Twist locks, which I really like. They have rubberization, just the right amount of rubberization. Very short throw. It's easy to lock and unlock them without having to twist them for all day. This is one of those little fold under type tripods. Bring the column down. Speaking of the column is 2 sections. And that is probably the weakest point of this tripod, but we'll get into that here. Well, it was the weakest point of this tripod, but we'll get into that here in just a second. Beautiful little carbon fiber. I love the looks of it. Not that that really matters, but it's always good to have the carbon fiber that looks pretty good. K&F Concept has a new, at least it looks redesigned to some extent, ball head. On ball heads this small, I'm glad to see that they've put this little wing nut and a larger panning knob on there. Sometimes you get the little small ball heads that you can't really grab a hold of the control, especially with a gloved hand or something in the wintertime. A nifty little feature that they've added, at least since the last K&F tripod that I reviewed, is a redesigned little base plate there. Snazzy K&F Concept logo. Something that's of practical importance anyway. Of course, they've included the bubble level, but they've also included these little mill marks here. And they have a small little notch right there on the base plate. And unless you actually center up the plate in relation to the clamp here, I think that's a really nice touch, and I salute K&F for it. Back to the legs. I'm glad to see this. Oh, I can't remember the tripod. It's been a few years ago now, but I reviewed a K&F Concept tripod similar to this, but it was an aluminum tripod. And they put in some plastic leg locks on there. I just don't think they would have been very much in terms of longevity. So I'm glad to see that K&F not only included aluminum leg locks, they're push locks. I would like to have them spring loaded, but you know, you can't have everything, especially on a tripod this small and light. Just a note, there is a 68-inch version of this tripod, and those do have spring lock legs. But anyway, I digress. These leg locks are aluminum, and they have a little wing pull out on the external side of the leg, but they also have a little push function, I guess you want to call it that, on the medial side of the leg, the underside of the leg. So not only is it easier to pull them out, but you can push them out too. And depending on, like I said, if you have big gloved hands or something, that's a lot better than having to actually fiddle and grab a hold of those wings. Moving a little south here, the feet. These, as far as I know, are not removable. It's not really a problem for me. Some of you might want to put spike feet on here, but given the actual nature of this tripod, I don't see a situation where you would be wanting to switch these out for spikes or switch these out for a different kind of foothold. I just don't see that happening for you. So yeah, it doesn't bother me at all. It's a little redundant. The BA-225 actually comes with a detachable monopod. You know, I'm not going to take it out. You probably know what a monopod is. It's a one-leg tripod. But anyway, you put the head onto the monopod. Like I said, I called it redundant because on a tripod this lightweight, this compact, it's virtually just as easy to carry the entire tripod with you, extend the legs to pull the legs out, and then actually use this more or less as a monopod, and then you still have that tripod functionality. So yeah, I appreciate that they've included that monopod. Most K&F Concept tripods that I review actually have that feature, but on something like this, I honestly don't see the point. The load capacity for this tripod, as provided by K&F, is 17.63 pounds. That's about 8 kilograms. I tested this on a range of different cameras. I mean a range, everything from 35mm SLR cameras to my Sony a7R Mark III mirrorless camera. I put the medium format Brownie 620 flash old camera on there. I tested it with my Bronica GS1, the big Bronica massive camera, and the biggest setup that I use is the laughably, well, it's not laughably big. For what it is, it's actually kind of small, but I put my 5D Mark III with the Tamron 150mm to 600mm telephoto, that absolute cannon of a lens on there. And honestly, I mean, it just, you have to mitigate your expectations with this kind of tripod. It is made to be extraordinarily compact. If you have a big enough coat, you could probably fit this in the pocket. Even though it can hold nearly 20 pounds, you probably want to limit the type of camera you put on here. But you know, actually, you can go about this a couple ways. You can think about it a couple of ways. The lighter the camera, true, the less load on the tripod. The heavier the camera, more load, but you have that weight kind of helping to work for you, I guess to say, and weight it down. All that being said, guys, the legs on this thing can be a little wobbly. It don't matter what camera you have on there. I put a little, oh, I forgot I tried it with a little point and shoot Nikon AW110. The legs can be a little wobbly, fully extended. That is even compounded when you extend the center column, the full 2 sections. A little shaky on there. With a tripod like this, I would definitely be using at least a 2-second timer on my camera, or a cable release if it's a manual cable release type camera, just to cut down on that shake. Because like I said, with a few of these cameras, actually probably all these cameras, give it a little bit of a bump test, this thing can get kind of wobbly. But that being said, the tripod itself feels very, very solid. It feels, at least till about 20 minutes ago, felt extremely well made. And we might as well just get down and talk about that right now. So like I said, literally mid-review, when I was doing the pictures of the different cameras over here, well, you know, this happened. The leg came off. I was retracting the leg, and when I was tightening down the twist locks, yeah, that's why I said that is literally a first. I've actually stopped. I stopped what I was doing. I emailed my contact at K&F Concept to let them know exactly what was going on. To see, this is actually a pre-production model. I should have mentioned that at the beginning. This is a pre-production model of this, and I've asked her, are the legs going to be attached in the same manner as the production model, which is actually already on Amazon and K&F Concept's website, because there is just a tiniest bit of glue. Doubt you can see that. Maybe you can see that. That was holding that tripod leg in place. Strangely enough, which I like fixing things anyway, I think a heavy dose of epoxy on there, you would never have another problem from that leg again. Keep in mind, guys, I got this for testing. I didn't pay for this, so I have to kind of weigh that against my opinion of this leg coming off the tripod. If this happened out in the field somewhere, where here it happened in the studio, that would be a little bit of a bummer. It would still technically be usable, but at the same time, you know, if I paid for a tripod and its leg came off, you know, that's just not cricket. So yeah, up until the leg came off, the BA-225 carbon fiber tripod, literally not, for all practical purposes, literally not a bad thing to say about this little guy. Because aside from its impromptu amputation of that leg, everything about it was really good for what it is. You're buying this for something incredibly small to take with you backpacking, like I said, to take with you on a plane in your carry-on. When you actually need a tripod, you need that kind of support system, but weight is definitely going to be paramount. The compact size is going to be paramount. Like I said, this is about the size of the GorillaPod I carry with me to film. This is one of the first true, what I would consider first true travel compact tripod that I've tested in a long time. Now, K&F Concepts were good enough to provide me with a few discount codes, all this withstanding. If you still want to have a look at that over on Amazon or over on K&F Concepts website, they have some 10% off codes. I think I have 10% off. If you buy it from Amazon, I have 10% off until July of 2021. And if you get it from K&F Concept, their website directly, I think that's 10% off until all the way to December 2021. So I'll put all that down there in the description. Like I said, this was a first, folks. I'll admit to you, I wasn't exactly certain how to handle it, but we'll keep these reviews honest around here. So now you officially know what I do. But like I said, it depends on what I hear back from K&F. I'll put that down in the description as well. And hopefully we'll see what we can do about updating this, because all the tripods that I've tested from K&F, honestly, for the price, have been some of the best ones that I've ever used. So that's going to wrap up this admittedly strange review of K&F Concepts, their BA-225 carbon fiber travel tripod. If I can help you out with anything as far as questions about the tripod or anything else, well, you know where to put all that down there in the comments. Before I go, guys, again, Jockey Clothiers officially launched. Got all kinds of stuff. I even have fanny packs over there. Check out the store, because I'm trying to get rid of the ads in my videos. Trust me, I don't like them any more than you do, honestly. And really, I'm trying to get rid of the affiliate links as well. So yeah, Jockey Clothiers, you get something, I get something. I think it works out better for everybody. All right, guys, I'm going to shut up. Thanks a lot for being here. As always, I am Adam Welch. Still can't end these videos.